All right, welcome to the finale of Star Trek Adventures USX Expedition. We're going to jump right into the action. As I stated last time, we're going to have a little continuation of last week to give our Captain Casey a little scene here. As Captain Prax walks on to the bridge of the Galahad.
Are we like docked?
Yeah, you're at Earth space. You're basically at Earth, either in orbit or docked.
Okay.
I think the Galahad was in orbit.
Permission to come on board, Captain.
He'll turn around. Asriel, I didn't realize you'd come aboard.
Still, Captain.
I was hoping I could have a word with you.
Very well. Of course. In my ready room, perhaps?
She just gives a nod.
Commander Sverdrup, keep an eye on things. And he'll sort of gesture to his ready room.
I gotta find the Casey token again. Oh, you called her by her first name. I thought you said Admiral. My mistake.
Oh.
I'm hearing things. Don't mind me.
Yeah, I figured they're to avoid the captain situation where we're both just captain.
Yeah, no, that what you did made sense. But for some whatever reason, I heard not her name.
Can I get you anything? And he'll gesture at his replicator.
Oh, I'm fine, thank you. And she takes a seat. So I have a bit of proposal. Of course, this is volunteer only. I had put forward a proposal to Starfleet Command, mainly to get some of their permission on it to get at least a small number of ships. Start exploring space roughly 1,000 light years outside of Federation space using the new quantum slipstream drives. Captain DeGrasse has already volunteered. If I get enough captains and crew members on support, the project is a go.
An ambitious proposal, to be sure. Is the quantum slipstream technology really ready? I'm no engineer, but I thought it was still quite experimental.
We've already had 15 successful test flights on roughly the 7 starships we've already installed it on. And yours would be in line next to receive it if you wish to partake in this. Granted, your crew would also have to volunteer for it as well.
Of course. Uh, I imagine this will be an extended mission.
5 years.
Well,
We'll be operating
5
on our
years,
own.
just like the old days. Well, I've heard of these 5-year missions, and of course, in the academy history lessons. And I'll admit, it's always been, I think it's the dream of every true explorer. Do you know that, well, Starfleet approved the refit of the Galahad. He's fresh out of refit already and was just outfitted with latest combat systems. Not to say that she isn't a vessel of exploration, but it was never intended to be its number one function.
It'll be hard telling what we will run into out there. And a little security would go a long ways. Not to mention, we would need a slight base of operations as well, but I'm hoping the Odyssey class could help fill that role.
Well, I must say I'm highly tempted by your offer. Although uh, I must I must admit I've uh, been seeing someone rather recently, and well, I guess that now does influence my decision more than it would have a few months ago.
I'm sure civilians would be able to stay on board, assuming if you do decide we should talk over about it. But like I said, everything is a volunteer for this mission.
Of course, and she is in Starfleet as well. I'm not sure if you've encountered Dr. Rindle before.
It's been a while.
Well, I'm sure I could convince her. Well, sure is a bit of an overestimation of my persuasion abilities, but as it stands, I'll give a tentative yes on my end. I definitely support such an endeavor, and no doubt this would be the pinnacle of my career in Starfleet. I didn't imagine I'd get such an opportunity so early into my days as a captain.
Well, the mission will launch for some time, so you do have a bit to think on this. But don't wait too long.
Of course. Have you seen much of the ship yet?
I saw the missile. I think DeGrasse is currently on board. With Emery, they went to see Dr. Pearson for something, I believe. I didn't really pry too much in their affair.
Haber's on board too, and I didn't realize. I'm losing my touch, getting too soft sitting here in my chair. I don't even know who's aboard my ship anymore. Well, if you'd like, Alpha shift is almost up, I'd be happy to give you a tour and show you the new refits. She may not stack up to the beauty of the Expedition, but at least in my opinion, she's a fine ship.
Well, I think they'll be cutting that ship, assuming I even get to keep it. I'm hoping to refit her during this time if she is to go out there to something a little bit more worthy of exploratory measures. But I would love to have a tour of your ship.
Well, let me just put this down, and he'll put his pad down with whatever notes he had on it. Let's start with from the bottom, and he'll stand up and start heading toward the turbo lift, I guess.
All right, I think we're gonna head next to the bridge of the Tiananmen. And Captain, I'll kind of send you a prompt.
Oh, cool. DeGrasse will turn to Commander Rel. Commander, how's Tiananmen?
Things are going well, Captain. Anything in particular you're curious about?
No, just making sure that everything's operating well. So, you and, well, everyone else on the bridge might be interested in something. I spoke with Captain Ezreal Prax just a few hours ago. She, well, she mentions, I guess, an interesting opportunity is the way I would phrase it. She's putting together, I don't know, I guess a bit of a fleet, maybe. That would be going on an extended mission. Multi-year, I believe she said 5 years. To do a bit of exploration. I've accepted her proposal at this point. My understanding is that the Tiananmen will be passed to another capable captain who would like to cut his teeth on such an esteemed vessel, and well, I will be taking over command of a larger ship that is more suited for an extended multi-year journey. Captain Prax also mentioned that, well, I can't fly a ship alone. We're in need of good officers, good crew members to join us on this journey. Now, it will be time away from known regions of space and time away from our families, and in many cases, time away from other Federation vessels that aren't in our little fleet, but I can promise you this. It will likely be some of the most interesting years in your careers with Starfleet. You'll see things that no other Federation species members have seen before. As the old phrase goes, new worlds, new civilizations. The absolute essence of what we do as Starfleet. So that was my pitch. If you're willing, I would like to take every single one of you on this bridge with me. With that said, though, I won't pressure you at all. If it's a bit too much to chew off right now, then I completely understand. And you also don't have to mention if you're on board right now. Take some time to think, and of course, if you don't want to say it out loud in front of everybody, well, feel free to catch me over the next 24 hours and let me know if you'd like to come along. Any questions? All right, well, no initial questions. As I mentioned, feel free to catch me within the next 24 hours. Ask me anything. Let me know your decision.
I do have one. When would you be looking to have an answer by? I assume there's a deadline on this.
I would prefer the next 24 hours, if possible. Would you need more time, Commander?
I would not. It's more curious how much time I had to weigh the options.
Understandable. Oh,
Casey will raise her hand. I'll go. I'm a scientist like you, Captain, and this is our chance to make a mark.
Both sides of me want to go, Captain? You will need strength and skill to face the unknown.
Alan, what are your thoughts?
Well, sir, I go where the Federation needs me. If it's on this 5-year mission, then it's on this 5-year mission.
I certainly didn't hear a no. Happy to have you all aboard. Chakrith, your thoughts? I can tell by your silence that you're extremely interested.
I was gonna say, since that's Captain Prax's favorite security officer,
I didn't
she can
make
answer.
Shakafret. The person who made the Shakafret does no longer plays in this game. So,
Really?
yeah.
Well, she's yours now, Captain.
Someone has to watch you back, Captain.
You know me too well. Virgil, what about you?
Ready to fly, Captain.
Understood. Shikolos? I think that's how you pronounce that. Not sure anybody's played her before.
Actually, I made the character, I think, and it never got activated.
It's all you, Casey.
All right. Hi, Captain. It'll be an expedition for the history books. Actually, wait, it'd be a terrible idea to go as an ensign because you'll end up like Harry Kim.
Yeah. I promise there will be more field promotions. And at that, Casey, could you stand up and step forward for a moment?
Sir? You'll stand up and take a step forward sheepishly.
How long have you been aboard this vessel?
When did we start using the Tiananmen?
It's a great question.
Probably 2 years in game now, maybe a year and a half.
Yeah,
Sounds right.
let's say that.
2 years, Captain.
Well, within that 2 years, I can confidently say that you've been among the finest, I was going to say science officers, but among the finest officers that I've had the pleasure of serving with. Your vast knowledge that we've been able to put to use, your professionalism, your demeanor, all are certainly becoming among the finest in Starfleet. And with that, I would like to announce the promotion to Lieutenant in full. No more junior grade casing.
Thank you, Captain. It's been a long time coming.
That it has. But, well, I believe there's an old Earth phrase. Good things come to those who wait. well, I like to think of myself as living evidence of that phrase. I've always enjoyed it.
Of course, and only 2 more pips to go to catch up to my brother.
Well, having had experience with both of you, I can confidently say he rose quickly, and there's no reason why you wouldn't either. Everyone, let's take a moment to congratulate Lieutenant Casey. Ross will clap.
You clapping sound effect
Yeah.
for the audience.
So claps.
If only we had a clapping track.
Like on live TV shows with like the audience cues. Clap now.
Oh God, we need those so badly.
Act shocked.
Well, I'm sure you can understand I wanted to wait for this until after you accepted. Didn't want to put any pressure on you. Well, for those who gave me their answers, I appreciate it deeply. It's been the honor of my life serving with all of you, and I'm thrilled to continue serving with you aboard this new vessel and on this new mission. With that, we'll make sure that all the arrangements are in order. The expedition, he'll smile, doesn't get underway for approximately 6 months. It will take a while to refit the ships. Should be enough time for all of us to get our affairs in order and for the fleet to find a new crew for this vessel. If you would mind, as I did with you, take inventory of your finest within your departments. I would appreciate you offering the same choice, and be sure not to pressure them. This is a very long mission, and, well, it's not for the faint of heart. But do let me know when you can. And he'll glance to Commander Rel. Stay under his breath. And you as well, Commander. Let me know if you have any questions.
I will. Thank you.
All right, everyone. Maintain your duties. Send this ship off in the finest fashion.
All right, I think we'll head to the Galahad. And there's your prompt, Casey.
Casey will, I guess, step back onto the bridge. Well, everyone, I have some exciting news and a proposition that may be interesting to many of you. I have been informed that that Starfleet is intending to retrofit several vessels with the newest quantum slipstream technology with enough power in a solid burst to propel us far beyond Federation space. It is their intention to outfit a small squadron of vessels to undergo a 5-year mission in these far reaches of our galaxy, just as our forebears did aboard the Enterprise, the Potemkin, and those vessels of days gone by. Captain Prax has informed me that the Galahad is a candidate for such refitting, as they'd like to have a fighter in the squadron, as there's no telling what we'd be up against in that region. Of course, such a long mission, though, will only be conducted by volunteers. You are all free to make a decision as to whether or not you would like to participate in this mission. You all signed aboard to serve on a patrol ship, not on a 5-year deep space mission. I don't need answers right away, but we need to establish the crew complements relatively soon to begin the putting affairs in order and begin extensive training for this mission. If anyone would like to speak to me now, you are free, or privately in my ready room. You are free to do so.
If I may, Captain, how far out are we going? Medan will ask. Or
Yeah,
is
how
it
far
no?
is far? We're going really far. 1,000 light years from the edge of Federation space will be the start of our mission.
I've always wanted to do a deep space mission. I'm in, Captain, if you'll have me.
I was hoping you'd say that. I need a. No doubt we'll be needing excellent science team on board for this mission. I can't think of a better officer to lead my science department. He'll look around the bridge. Well, if no one else has decided yet, I do have one more order of business. Lieutenant Commander Nadan, please rise. And he'll pull a small box out.
Nidan will rise.
He'll go and take one hollow pip and pin it directly onto her collar and put out his right hand for a shake. Now, the paperwork came through yesterday. Congratulations.
Thank you, Captain. I appreciate it.
And on this 5-year mission, I'll be needing a reliable second officer. I know you've never aspired to the command chair, but if you're interested in the position, I'd be happy to place you in it.
Actually, Captain, I had been hoping to talk to you about something quite similar. The events of recent years have given me perspective, and my ambitions have changed. I would be happy to accept.
In that case, congratulations again to Lieutenant Commander and Second Officer Nadan. You more clapping.
Thank you, Captain.
Well, I'll be in my ready room if anyone else wishes to speak to me regarding this. My door is open. I know it's a very big decision, and I'd be happy to speak with anyone regarding going on the mission or otherwise what the future is for their careers in regard to the Galahad being retrofitted for this assignment. Commander Sverdrup, I'll leave you the bridge, and he'll go into his ready room.
All right, and then we'll head to Casey's ready room. As Casey, your door chimes.
Come in.
Captain?
Doctor, would you like anything? And he'll gesture to his replicator.
No, thank you, Captain. I feel that this is more of a serious discussion, and while it's not rank-based, it's concerning the past and the future.
What exactly would you like to discuss?
Well, as you know, Captain Prax and I didn't part on the best of terms.
Yes, I do recall that.
I was wondering if you had any input as how I should handle this. I can understand why she did what she did, but it's one of those deals of while you can forgive, you can never forget.
I I understand your perspective to an extent, of course. Uh, the implications of the loss of the expedition in the end had minimal impact on my career's progression, as we can see today, but I too was, shall we say, displeased with Prax at the time. I haven't forgotten, but I have forgiven, and I know that for years I served under her, and she never led me astray. I do believe her to be an excellent officer and a friend. Of course, I cannot dictate your feelings to you. If I'm understanding the intention correctly, she will be commanding this 5-year mission as the commander of the squadron overall. That being said, as chief medical officer of the Galahad, you'll be fairly removed from your own situation. I imagine it would continue largely the same, and your duties would lie aboard this vessel. I guess at the end of the day, it must be you to decide whether you're ready to forgive and if you're willing to serve under her command, albeit indirectly. If I'm understanding your intentions correctly, Doctor.
I believe you are, Captain. While I do wish to go, it's one of those deals of the possible, shall we say, emotional conflict.
Well, if your feelings have changed at all, you could perhaps speak to Prax. I'm sure she'd be open to meeting with you. And speaking only from my end, it would be disappointing to lose you. Who knows what we'll be facing out there, and I sleep better knowing that I have an experienced surgeon on board. But don't let that influence your decision. Starfleet Medical, I'm sure, can find someone else uh, to go on this mission.
It's not that I have any qualms about the mission, sir, and while you're right, it's been a while since Prax and I have spoken, and maybe it's time.
See if I can arrange a meeting. If I know that it was difficult for you in the time that followed the uh, following the loss of the expedition, and I'm glad I was able to uh, get you back on a starship posting. If you decide not to go on this mission, I will, if it is your wish, I will make sure that you are transferred to another starship as well. I wouldn't want you to languish away at some desk posting.
And I wouldn't want to either, Captain. If you could set up that meeting, just don't tell her who it's for.
I'll send the message and I'll advise when she's free.
Thank you, Captain. And with that, Pearson will head out the door.
After he leaves, Casey will replicate one bowl of candy.
Bowl of what now?
Candy?
Oh,
Werther's one bowl of Werther's Originals.
go ahead and speak to it.
Yeah. He'll walk up to the replicator. One bowl, Werther's Originals, 300 grams. He'll place that on his desk. There, that looks a bit more approachable. And then he'll pull out his pad and write a message to Prex that an old crewmate would like to speak to her regarding the upcoming mission.
Oh, sorry, what was that?
He'll sit down and send a message to Prax that an old crewmate would like to speak with her about the upcoming mission.
Cool. We could probably do that meeting first. If the captain accepts, of course. Okay. So we'll go to this scene then. Enter.
Admiral?
Captain,
And she walks
please.
up and
Please, have a seat.
she sets a pad on her desk. I have a list of the starship captains who are willing to sign off on this.
And she takes the pad and starts flipping through it. Very good. There seems to be an order. It appears that your mission is approved, Captain. I have slated your departure, you and your fleet's departure, for 6 months from now. Is that adequate time to prepare your fleet and train your crews?
Should be. I would recommend a rotation, though, of at least 2-week holiday for each volunteer prior to the launch. Enough for some downtime for those crew members volunteer, as this will be a very long extended mission.
This is your fleet now, Captain. You could see to whatever personnel requirements you deem necessary.
And as for the Odyssey class, am I able to... I would request that that vessel be put under the tenure for this mission and refitted with the desired specifications outlined in the datapad.
I've discussed at great length that very request with Starfleet Command. It seems that they will go along with your request, Captain. It will become your mobile command center. while out in the expanse area of space.
And for the requisition of the new type of mobile ship factory, the Commander Mendrock would be best fitted to command such a vessel, along with the promotion to captain. It would help go a long ways for repairing, as it would be harder to return to a drug dock facility.
If you have a ship design in mind, Captain, you have 6 months to get it ready.
Understood. Thank you, Admiral.
Not at all. Was there anything else, Captain?
No, ma'am.
Very good. Dismissed. You have a lot of work to do.
I do indeed. And she stands at attention briefly and then heads out to.
All right, what scene do we want to set up next?
She'll message Casey, or well, comms Casey.
All right, go ahead.
Casey, what meeting are you wanting me to set up with? Or well, who? Sorry, Prax
Well,
to Captain Casey.
It's like one of the when the captains talk to each other in their ready room situation.
Yeah.
Probably.
Like the little computer screen.
Yeah, we'll do this.
Sorry, I'm fighting a food coma.
Food comas are good.
Captain Casey.
Prax, how can I help you?
Well, the mission is a go, for one. I plan on getting all the captains that'll be in charge for this project together to plan out a training regiment for all the crews, as well as to make sure that we don't miss anything. The other thing I was questioning about this request for me to see someone, a former crew member. Can you enlighten me on this?
Well, the crew member has asked not to go into specific details, but I could say that there is one senior member of my crew who is interested in going on this mission, but well, would like to resolve a past situation involving you. I'm sure that may be enough for you to narrow it down anyway.
I see. Well, I'm just about to go on a short weekend holiday. He can contact me during that time. I will most likely be in meetings as well as undergoing, helping with training regiments afterwards. If he wishes to speak with me, that would be the only time he'll get his chance.
I appreciate it. I know you had your differences over what happened, but he's a talented officer and we'll be needing talented officers. He's always been a good friend to me.
Have many of your crew members signed up yet for this mission?
So far, only Lieutenant Commander Nadan. She's also agreed to be the Galahad's first officer for the mission, or second officer.
Well, knowing that the mission is a go, hopefully more will sign up for you.
I certainly hope so. I'm not sure that I can break in a whole new senior staff before the mission launches.
I'll notify Mendrock on the update up to the Galahand and have the Galahand prepared to have the quantum slipstream drive installed on the Galahand as soon as possible so that test runs can be made on the ship.
Thank you. We'll since Mentrock left the ships a few months ago, we've still been reorganizing the engineering department, so we could give them as much of a lead time as possible.
That, and I need to handle a crew rotation with Captain DeGrasse on his new Luna class starship.
Indeed.
If
Well,
you like, you're more than welcome to join me on passing the key, I suppose.
I'd be honored. When is this ceremony?
Should be soon. First part of next week.
Well, I'd better press my dress uniform then.
I believe Mendrock was doing the final touch-ups on the ship as we were speaking, so she should be ready for launch early part next week.
I'll just orbiting Earth right now, right?
Yeah, I believe we are.
Okay.
Dean's still AFK, so we're filling it dead air.
All right, joyride. Well, I think I'm gonna go take a shuttle for a joyride. Kill another 10 minutes. Oh wait, We gotta outfit the Galahad with the attack fighters then if we're going into unknown space. We're a bunch of like super kitted out runabouts because it has the extensive shuttle-based talent.
Put it on the list for the agenda of acquisitions for this mission.
Will do. Of course, the squadron will need a small craft carrier. A role the Akira class fits perfectly.
I'm out of ideas at this point. I think I filled in the dead air long enough. Sorry to everyone who's watching the stream.
You guys could set up the next scene and do that. Need a few more minutes.
One scene, I guess, I need to run is Casey has to convince his new girlfriend to go on the mission or break up with her. So
The sick bay scene?
someone needs to.
Either that or you could do the scene with Pearson.
I don't think that token's in this game. I'm looking. What was the name of the token?
For my doctor character,
Yeah.
I assume we'll have to wait for Ed to come back unless someone else is going to play.
I have GM permissions.
Okay.
I mean, I can get it set up.
Not sure the token did make it into this. I thought so. It was Edith Rindle. Oh yeah, no, she's in random NPCs at the toward the top.
I've set it up, so I don't know if you, or is there someone else that wanted to do something?
Yeah, we can go ahead with this one if someone wants to play. Casey's girlfriend in this situation, Dr. Mindel. She was the no nonsense doctor with a very dry sense of humor in the few episodes she was played. Uh, Usually played by me. She was my third player character. She was the chief medical officer of the Tenchi for the first few episodes of that game, I think. Right, Prax?
She was.
All right, do I have to roleplay this whole scene by myself? Do it if I have to.
As much as that would entertain me, Casey, I can play her.
All right, all right. Imagine this is probably Starfleet Medical then. He'll sort of tap on her door.
Come in.
How's your day?
Oh, well, not bad, I would say. Rather uneventful. How about yours?
No, definitely more eventful, and I'm about to make yours more eventful.
Uh, please do tell.
Well, remember back in the academy lectures, hearing about the 5-year missions?
Yes.
Well, imagine that, but, well, in the present. I know you haven't spent much time on a starship, but, well, the opportunity has come up for uh, me to command the Galahad in a 5-year mission, 1,000 light years beyond the edge of Federation space.
This is certainly something. And who made you this offer?
Azrael, my former captain, as you know.
Ah, Prax. Well, Arnaud,
Well,
you were not lying. This certainly spices up the day a little.
now, of course, I immediately thought of how things have been, and, well, I haven't had a relationship since my days in the academy, and we've just started to take things more seriously. I know you've had a very steady career here at Starfleet Medical, but we're taking volunteers for this mission, and if you'd like, this is certainly a once in a lifetime opportunity to leave your mark in Starfleet history and in the field of medical sciences.
Are you asking me as your captain Are you asking me yes or no?
To clarify, I don't think she serves under Casey's command.
Oh, okay.
She's just like posted to, like, she's on Earth, I think.
Oh, I
So,
thought she was on the ship. Gotcha.
because Pearson is Casey's chief surgeon.
That's right. That's right. All right. We'll retcon that.
But I guess a fair question to ask either way.
Yeah.
Well,
True.
I'm asking this as or no. Of course, the captain in me thinks we need experienced medical officers, but uh, the other the other side of me thinks it'll be 5 years away from Earth, and that's lost time we can't make up for. This is something we could really undertake together.
Arno, how long have we been dating?
How long was the time jump from the last episode, or the last one I would have played in?
Not terribly long.
I'll guess 6 months
Wait,
then.
yeah, 6 months.
I guess about 6 months then.
And after 6 months, you feel confident enough to ask me on a 5-year mission?
Well, when you put it that way, but in my years of security, I've learned to trust my gut feeling. Worst case scenario, you end up on a 5-year mission, either way, and you still have the same chance to leave a mark on history.
It's certainly an attractive offer. And after years in the medical division, you learn to trust your instincts as well. Sounds fun. I'll do it.
You'll just let out a sigh of relief. Well, uh, if you'd like, I'm sure I could get you posted aboard the Galahad. We'd see each other the most, but I think that if all goes well, Dr. Pearson will be remaining in his position as chief uh, medical officer. On the other hand, I can put in a good word for you with Captain Prax or Captain DeGrasse. I trust them fully, and uh, they may be looking for a good surgeon for this mission. I suppose we wouldn't see each other as much, but it may be better for your career.
Well, when do we get underway?
The mission isn't set to start for another 6 months, from what I understand. With Captain Prax, we'll shortly undertake a period of extensive training, and after that, have an extended period of leave before the squadron embarks together.
I've got some time to think about my exact role.
That is true. Uh,
Hey, Arno,
yes?
don't go thinking I accepted this entirely because of us. It's good for my career, too. But I'm really glad you asked.
that you're coming with us.
Well, got some work to do, but my duty ends in a few hours. Would you be free for a drink or dinner to talk about this a bit more?
I would love that. Shall I come down to Earth, or will you be beaming up to the Galahad?
Whichever you prefer.
Well, the Galahad's about to go in refit for the new quantum slipstream drive, so perhaps we'll have a final meal in the captain's mess.
Sounds like a date.
Well, I'd better get going. I have a lot of work to do in preparing the crew roster for this mission, but I'm sure you're busy as well. I'll catch you tonight, and he'll lean in for like a kiss on the cheek and then head out.
She'll return it, but on his lips instead. See you in a few hours, Arno. And she'll look down and restart her work.
All right, we'll head down to Earth in a bit of a tropical paradise. Captain Pratch is enjoying a Mai Tai on the beach, I'm sure. As Dr. Pearson, you beam down to Earth and find the captain.
And basically, Pearson's just gonna try and not intrude on what appears to be a date between her and someone else, but try and just let Prax see him.
She notices and she just kind of nods, sort of expecting this, and gets up from the lounge chair she's sitting on and walks over to Pearson. Let's take a stroll, shall we, Doctor?
Of course, Captain.
So, I'm told you wish to speak with me.
Yeah. As I recall, we didn't leave things on such good terms the last time we met. And I guess first off, I wanted to apologize for my attitude that day.
There's no need to apologize, Doctor. I am sorry for the brazen attack that I had to do while you're on the stand, but I was rather engaged, defending the client. It's an unfortunate part of the job for that. One that I did not take wholeheartedly. I even tried multiple times to get reassigned. So, if anything, I am sorry for putting you through that.
Well, I've had time to think about it, and As you said, you were just doing your job even though you didn't want to. You know it's going to take time to return to the friendship we once had, right?
I do understand that, but what do you say we just start over?
I would not be opposed to that. Well, I haven't told the captain. Captain Casey. I would like to go on this, but I wanted to make sure that there was no bad blood between you and me, as you would be the commanding officer of the entire expedition.
I have no feelings of ill will against you, Doctor. I hope someday you can feel the same.
Well then, Captain, in that case, as long as there won't be any emotional conflict between the commanding officer of the expedition and me, I have no issue joining you on this foray into the unexplored.
She extends her hand up. Glad to have you aboard, Doctor.
Pearson will shake the hand and say, "Glad to serve under you one more time." And with that, Pearson will, after shaking the hand, will wave. I probably should get back to the ship and let Captain Casey know of my decision.
Be sure to take some time, enjoy yourself while you can while you're on Earth. It's going to be a while before we get back here.
I plan to. I have some friends in Texas I'd be more than happy to see.
Take care,
Thank you,
Doctor.
Captain.
You're quite welcome, and take care, Doctor.
I will.
And she heads back to enjoy the rest of her weekend.
Alright, I think there's a couple scenes I want to set up before we go to the last one. Let's see what room do I want. This one works. Oops, put 2 Wagners in there. Alright, so before the captain comes in, I'll have 3 expedition crew members. Wagner, Bedden, and DeHaas, Captain Prax asked to meet with you in the conference room, but you're not entirely sure why. So I'll give each of you I'll give you guys a bit of time to role play amongst yourselves before the captain gets there, and that'll kind of be your prompt.
So do either of you know what this is about?
No idea.
I'm not sure either. What if it's another mission or something else entirely? Or
You are more optimistic than I am in your deposition. Whenever somebody calls a meeting without context, I always feel like I'm a kid getting called into the principal's office again.
well, I mean, I hope it's not that. I don't recall them doing anything that would need disciplining.
Yeah,
We certainly
the
haven't
worst.
gotten any fights or drunk lately.
Mm, the worst times to get in crap are the times when you have no idea what you did.
Well, now you're making me nervous.
Sorry.
It's all right. That's the human side of me for sure. Klingon side is made to face whatever, but hopefully it's good news and not bad news.
Your Klingon side would probably challenge somebody to a duel for the impudence of accusing you of something.
Yes,
Or
yes,
want to,
indeed.
at least.
Yeah. It's just the three of us though. There's no other like command staff or anything here, so that's a little disconcerting.
About to say, if we're in trouble, then we did something independently of each other.
Yeah, that would be very odd. Because we would probably know what we did.
That's fair. That's fair.
Unless what Wagner did was just so bad that we're all three in trouble now.
Oh my. What
No.
did you do?
Elbow her, but
Is that smart?
Right, and as you three are talking, the captain walks in.
Stand at attention.
likewise.
Same.
Please take a seat.
Sit back down.
I will sit.
Bedden will conspicuously be the last to sit. Just in case he's in trouble, he's going to suck up.
I want to thank the three of you for a job well done these past few months. As in terms for the continuation of this project that's been put on with another team. However, I am currently heading a new project, one that is volunteer only, and I came here to ask the three of you if you wish to partake in it. A small group of vessels, all fitted with the quantum slipstream drive, mainly vessels we have been upgrading these past few months, are to head out into unexplored space, roughly about 1,000 light years from Federation space, on a 5-year mission. If you are interested, you are more than welcome to join us, and I would like the three of you part of my senior staff.
1,000 light years away. A 5-year mission. That sounds like starting a new federation almost. Like how it all began. That's fascinating.
Well, we are explorers, and our job is to explore the unknown. And I cannot think of anything better than to explore the vast reaches of space.
Can imagine all the science that will be discovered. New worlds, new stars, new species. I'm in, Captain. Although, that will certainly mean ties to family will be pretty much null and void for some time.
I'll take that as a yes.
Yes, I'm definitely interested in joining, Captain. How soon? You said this would be when all the vessels are ready to go. So I assume that's soon.
Once all the crew has been allocated for the mission, we'll begin crew training. The new expedition will be undergoing a refit away from its warship design into one more fitting for an explorer. But target frame is 6 months from now.
Well, 6 months then gives us a little time to finish some personal agendas or say goodbye to family or friends. Now she looks curiously at Ben and Alice.
Well, I would say 6 months is more than enough time. And maybe too much time. Honestly, Captain, I'm so excited for this. Wish we could leave next week. Amen.
Would we be, Captain, would we be on the expedition again or
Yes,
a different ship?
the new one. Well,
Oh.
the Odyssey expedition. And eventually you get to try out the Aquarius module.
Be It would be an amazing opportunity. It's far enough away that I have some more time with my extended family as well, which is good. So I'm in. Hopefully I'll be able to finish burying the hatchet before we leave.
Well, I am very grateful to have the three of you on board. And in light of your duties the past 6 months, I managed to pull a few strings, but well, Lieutenant Wagner, congratulations on the field promotion to Lieutenant Commander. And didn't forget about you, Dahas. You receive a promotion to Lieutenant Commander as well. And Lieutenant Commander Bedden, I think you've earned that full pip on your neck there. Congratulations, Commander. She each hands you the relative new pip.
Benton will say, "Thank you, Captain. I really appreciate this. It means a lot to me."
The three of you earned it.
Thanks, Captain.
Thank you, Captain.
I'm speechless. Thank you.
She just kind of smiles and gives a nod.
All right. I believe there's one more place I need to go before the final thing, unless anyone else has other ideas for scenes. But probably about a week or so goes by, and Captain Prax, you are leading Captains DeGrasse and Casey to meet with Commander Mendrock aboard the newly commissioned, well, not newly upgraded Luna class ship. As the doors to the turbolift open onto the bridge.
Captains aboard. Good to see you all.
Good to see you as well, Mentra. Gross will walk up to him, extend his hand. I feel like it's been a while.
It has been very busy.
Doing excellent work, I'm sure.
Yep. She should be running smooth as, I guess, baby's model? Something like that.
Casey will walk up and he'll say, "You know, the engine hasn't sounded the same since you left the Galahad."
Well, hopefully we can find you a proper chief engineer to take care of her. We're gonna need all of these vessels in tip-top shape for this mission. I'll certainly do my best to keep them running efficiently when I can, but might have my own command to deal with. And much more responsibility taking care of all the vessels in the fleet.
Well, Commander, you have done a fine job of getting this ship ready to go.
Thank you, Captain. It's been a pleasure, as
Though
always.
I think you're not in proper dress code there, Commander.
Oh, Captain?
Yes, you seem to be missing a pip on your collar there.
Ah,
Zero pip.
thank you, Captain.
Congratulations, Captain Vendrock.
And he smiles. Adds the pip to the proper place.
Also, Captain, you are hereby ordered to report to the USS Copernicus as soon as possible.
Well, seems I have more work to do. If you don't need me, I will go ahead and see about hitting there.
Captain DeGrasse, I believe the center chair is all yours.
May she serve you well, my friend.
Thank you, Vendrock. Couldn't have asked for anyone better to fix it up nice. DeGrasse will take a seat. Kind of feel out the armrests a bit.
You know, say a final farewell as he steps off and takes the turtle lift. As he knows he won't see them again.
Well, Haber, any word on the name?
It's a good question, Arno. As I furiously go to Google.
I can dump my backup names for the Galahad.
Yeah, go for it.
Why do
Those
these
were-
names look French?
Only one of them is French.
Bonaventure.
What name is that last one?
Fridtjof Nansen is a really famous Norwegian explorer.
I was gonna say it sounded Scandinavia. Or
Yeah.
Scandinavian, sorry.
I also thought of Roald Amundsen, but I thought, I guess you could just do Amundsen. I did think of that one as well. He was the first guy to reach both poles.
Is the Galatea a moon?
That would make sense why the Titan is named the Titan.
That is true. Gross will turn to Casey. I'm feeling Hyperion. It's among the first places that we did field work. My sciences classes at the academy. Sort of my first introduction to hands-on science. Let's hope the name sticks.
It's a good ship name. I'll put in the requisition for it.
Thank you, Prax. I have to be honest. It's quite a bit fancier than the Tiananmen. Might take me a bit of time to get used to it.
Well, you're still in command of her for until the remainder of the week when the new commanding officer steps on board, but I'm sure you wish to notify your volunteer crew of their new posting.
That I would, Captain. You'll feel the armrests just a bit more. Sigh. And then stand up. Have either of you seen your, I guess, final outfitted ships yet? Or I guess there's still a few more months, right?
I believe so.
Okay.
Is the Galahad in refit now?
Yeah, probably that and the expedition would be. All right. Are there any other scenes anyone would like to do before we go to the final scene?
working on the fields.
The who?
The fields. It's the final scene. Feelings.
All right. So 6 months have gone by, and currently the fleet is on the eve of launch. All the ships have been refitted, stocked up. Just one thing remains: one final going away party at Earth Space Dock before the fleet officially launches at 0900 tomorrow. So I'll give whatever characters, whatever time they want to roleplay here before I move on to the last talky bits that I have. Yeah, so I just kind of threw everyone's tokens into the room and have at her.
DeGrasse will see Nadon, and realizing they haven't seen each other in a long while, will walk up and extend his hand.
Hey, it's been a while.
That it has. How's life treating you?
Good. As well as can be expected. How's things going for you?
Not bad. A little stressful, truth be told, but wow. Things can certainly change relatively quickly, can't they?
Yeah, I can imagine a new command. You must have your hands full.
In command and, well, a son, actually.
Really?
A bit unexpected, but I think everyone's getting along quite well.
Is he going to be staying on Earth or coming with you?
We have a bit of time to figure things out and, well, make sure that he's prepared for the journey, but I do hope so. He'll look at her pips. Oh, I see there was certainly some big news that I just missed. Congratulations.
Thank you. I'm still getting used to answering to the correct rank, to be honest with you.
Well, it sometimes takes a while, but my
I
view
keep
is
hearing
all
Commander and looking around for one of you two.
Well, congratulations. I see I also missed your promotion. Not one of my own. More responsibility.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Ross will
Casey
raise his
will,
hand. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Casey will like come up and look at DeGrasse and say, "Are you trying to steal my second officer?"
Well, I was almost there until you walked up.
I mean, I wouldn't mind having her on my ship either, but I would never steal from a friend.
Trust me, I need all the help I can get.
We all might. We're all gonna need to lean on each other, being so far from home. It'll be a fascinating experience. because I thought the farthest I'd ever gone was all the trips with the expedition. Now it would be even more fascinating. Plus, I gotta worry about taking care of multiple ships should something unfortunate happen, which hopefully won't.
Captain, there's a time for worry and there's a time for celebration. He'll
Oh,
hold up his drink.
aye, that there is.
Captains and commanders, may they, well, command well and be prepared for the journey ahead. He'll take his drink.
Follow suit.
Launcha, and Casey will take a sip as well.
I know you're one for some inspiring quotes and speeches. We're all ears.
You've really put me on the spot. Well, I'm not sure if this is hubris, but we still learn about the 5-year missions of the earlier days of Starfleet. I just really see this as a way to leave our mark on the history of Starfleet ourselves. I've never aspired to fame, but it feels certainly very humbling to be a part of such a historic event yourself. I know we've all been highly decorated for our past service, but to me, this feels as though it's the greatest honor so far.
Agreed. I I hope this mission lets us leave a legacy that they'll still be talking about in 150 years.
I certainly hope so. There's no telling what we'll find out there, but honestly, I couldn't think of a better group of people that I'd rather do it with. We'll get through this. It'll be fun.
It's like the old days. Well, if you'll all excuse me, I believe I owe my sister a drink for her promotion. And he'll head to the bar.
And while you guys are talking, a newly promoted Commander Krim walks in.
Congratulations, Commander Krim.
Thank you, Captain.
Ben will
It's-
say. Oh, sorry, Krim.
Go ahead. You're fine.
Ben was just going to say, did see quite well, Krim. Congratulations.
Thanks, Bedden. Oh,
Congrats.
Yeah, congrats.
Great job finishing the course.
thanks, guys. It's great to hear that from you all. Speaking of which, I hear there's a fresh captain that's in our midst as well.
Yes.
Well, Captain Mendrock, Commander Krim reporting for duty. Of course, it'll be after this. I've been assigned as your XO.
Oh, excellent. Heard very good things about you. And a engineer after my own heart.
Well, I'm guessing that's why they put two of the best engineers in Starfleet together on a manufacturing ship.
Ah, no doubt. Must be someone wise heading this operation. As he smiles at Pratt and his friends. Good to have you aboard, Commander.
Thanks, Captain. Well, what's everybody standing around for? This is a party, isn't it?
Ben will raise his drink and then down it and just say, that it is.
And Mendrock will finish his drink and get some refill. And find some food.
So as you guys are enjoying yourselves, Admiral Para walks in. Room Uten Hut! Yells one of the guards flanking her. Captain Prax, front and center.
Leaving the drink behind on the table, she walks over to the Admiral. Is there a problem, Admiral?
I have come to see you and your fleet off before your departure tomorrow. However, Captain, there's been a slight change. Due to your many years of faithful Starfleet service, and due to your new position as Fleet Commander, it is time that your rank also reflected your newfound position. I hereby grant you promotion to Rear Admiral, and all the privileges here within. Congratulations, Admiral Prax. As she hands you a box holding the Admiral Pips.
Thank you, Admiral Para.
And she'll step off, leaving you on the stage.
After a slight moment of silence, she speaks up. Like all explorers in the past who dreamed of what lies beyond, tomorrow we take another one of those steps as those from the days of sea to the days of air into the days of space. Another large step towards the great unknown. I want to thank everyone who has volunteered for this mission. And let's write the next chapter in the history books for the students at the academy to read about our exploits.
Ross will raise his glass to Rear Admiral Prax, exploring the great unknown.
And
We're here.
And I think with that, we will call that the end of Star Trek Expedition. Oh, what scene?
It's okay. We'll end it.